right. Today we're gonna announce a few sequels that's coming out this year and next year. Yeah, at least I can't wait to hear for it since the the Disney Con or whatever it is really over announcing. Yeah, hopefully I'll get the biggest one of them all. Yeah, they might do one where you might get yourself a love interest or better a musical. Why would I need a musical for? Because if you're gonna be a Disney character hero, that means you have to sing like one. Look, I'm not in some fantasy. Like, what are you gonna do? Banish me to an alternate dimension where technology wasn't invented yet? Well, no, but that sounds like a good idea. But I'd rather try that for a third sequel because I want to use that other one for something better. Yeah, and with Socks and Baymax's help, they can both analyze which movies have come out for each. I can I can update some Pixar and sequels, and I'll update some Disney ones too. You know, it's nice you have become my software buddy all of a sudden. I would do the same for you, Socks. Hey, where's Stitch? He's taking a nap, so don't disturb him. Alright, sorry. Anyway, let's get this over with. I got a bowling alley with Lucius coming out. You tell it, Bob. I thought you only do the so-called bowling alley as a code for go out and night patrol. Well, yes, but this time we're serious. He's telling the truth. Your lie detector? No, I don't have the lie detector chip anymore, but I can't scan their eyes instead. Your eyes don't lie, huh? Alright, get this over with. Yeah. Oh. Hey, Buzz, are you okay? I'm fine, Woody. It's just last night. I'm still recovering for what I was dreaming. About what? All I remember was that my life has been ruined. What do you mean? My Space Ranger badge was replaced by some red orb. What are you... orb? That can't be good. Anyway, we'll deal with this later. Baymax, update the situations. Alright. Now let's see. What am I scanning? I detect Maui returning for Moana 2. Oh yeah. So what's the new movie for that one? You're about to meet Moana's youngest sister. What's her name? I haven't got it updated yet. It's gonna take a while to update it. Oh. Or introduce her. Okay. He still has memory glitches. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm starting to have a feeling, and yet I still sense a dark presence. Yes, and it turned this evil sorceress might be a female. Wait, what about Tamatoa? Is he back? Yeah, because that crab owes me money. For what? I don't know, it's a joke. Get it? I've been through the internet for a while. I wish you didn't do the move sequel about the internet because that sucks. Tell that to my biggest fan. He didn't like it either. Okay. Yeah, I'm still scared about that crab guy. At least he's not in my sequel since we both came out this year. Yeah, I'll never forget this. So, anything else? According to this, they're getting a new sequel of Toy Story 5. We are? Yes. All I can detect is there's multiple Buzz Lightyears. Oh, really? Wait, what do you mean multiple? I already saw myself lots of times since I went to rescue Woody in Al's toy barn. Yes. And I'm afraid I have some bad news. What is it, Socks? Those Buzz Lightyear action figures, well, they turned out to have a red orb chips installed. They are high-tech toys. High-tech? Yes, you know, for educations that children used to play with. Since they no longer wish to make models for your adversaries. They don't. But I have a bad feeling about these new action figures. What is it? If I'm not mistaken, someone is controlling them to act as an army. And who do we know has an army like that? What, you don't think Zurg is behind this, do you? Of course. What if he is? Because there's something about those new Buzz toys I don't trust. Yeah, what if Zurg is really behind this? Like, ever since this fourth movie came out, he was responsible for COVID-19, but this time this will be a real vendetta on his head. Well, you're right about one thing. Like, what Zurg really has against me besides the absences for Toy Story 4? I don't know. What if, just think of it this way, what if Andy's mom was gonna buy both of you before I met you? Are you saying that Andy wants Zurg too? That way we can play as one? Yeah, because you're not Buzz Lightyear without Zurg. Everyone knows that. Like, it wouldn't be a Bug Boy without Alien Monster. It wouldn't be Sky Guy without Darth. It wouldn't be anything. Oh, really? Since when? Since it's all part of the balance. Yeah, I can see the balance. So, anything else? Well, according to this, there's gonna be an Incredibles 3. Really? Wait, what about Bon Voyage? Is he in there? Because I will catch him eventually. Well, at least you did keep your word, and at least if it weren't for those police officers who reminded you about some unfinished business, that's where you come in. Yeah. Never mind Bon Voyage. What about the Underminer? He's also on the part of the absence list. You know, they really need to stop making movies where the main bad guy hasn't been seen or captured or apprehended for an entire year after the movie came out, because this is starting to get out of hand. Yeah, I know how that feels. For me, I never had a bad guy. And I wish you did if you weren't so clueless. Okay, anything else besides that? And also, best for not least, come on, say it. Say it. I wonder what's that going to be. I don't know if I'm going to cross my pinkies up. You mean your fingers? Yeah. Zootopia 2. Really? I'm getting a sequel? Hey, Hiro, Ralph, Maui, did you hear that? I'm getting a Zootopia 2. Oh, yeah. It's time to Coco Bongo on this. Really? Anything else? Baymax, like maybe Bug's Life 2 and Ratatouille 2 and Finding Marlin, and obviously BH6 or Prince and Frog, the girly version one. I'm afraid I cannot detect any other anomalies or any sequels except maybe Hopper, only for a Pixar film, and Leo, but they're not sequels but rather original projects. Oh, really? That's something else. Best update ever for you, Nick. Are you okay, Hiro? To be honest, you sound kind of the opposite of excitement. Are you sure you're not, allergic to peanuts? Because that's what you're sick for. Well, I'm detecting signs of envy. This indicates that you are unhappy, jealous, and disapproved. Of course I'm disapproved. What do you take me for? And I'll tell you what's happening to me, Nick. You. What? Me? What did I do? If you haven't made your first movie in the first place, they would just forget about you. And also, I would still finally get my sequel. And yet, ever since you came along, how could someone so animal, especially your Officer Knockoff over here, that's Hops, actually. Whatever, she still has the same ears and lucky feet, but still, how could you earn it all of a sudden? I don't know, maybe because he's the grandson of Robin Hood. Nobody asked you. Sorry, but look, are you upset? Are you jealous because he's getting a sequel and you don't? Yeah, what's wrong with your animated series? It came out the same year that I came out, except it wasn't computer graphic that I'm expecting. And yet, this came along. Okay, look, I get it. Maybe it was my fault. How is it your fault? Well, you see, the truth is, before you came in, I made my first movie, and so did Elsa. And then you and Baymax came in and almost became the top of the world. Then later there was Swiper the tail, and also Officer Knockoff. Okay, first off, it's Hops. Whatever. Same bunny tail and blue eyes. Her eyes are purple. I don't care. I'm colorblind anyway. And then later, that's where you came in. Yeah. Look, I'm sorry too, but it's not our fault. It's just the way we're scheduled. Look, I promise I'll get you a sequel someday if you just let me talk to my superiors first. Besides, you already have what you needed. Besides, they made at least 2 medias, and Elsa only made multiples, but you made at least 6, I think. 6 medias. You have your short films featuring Baymax if it weren't for him. They only like me because they see me as an equal to Experiment 626. Well, you do look like Stitch. You both have the same eyes. You're both naked without your outfits, since nobody can say otherwise. You're both everything. But still, it wasn't his fault. It's just the way we're scheduled. Maybe it's better if... I still think maybe he's jealous because I thought maybe that he was expecting a Who Framed Roger Rabbit sequel. I don't think it's going to be updated soon. But he still has his right in his short films. More can he want? He wants Roger to date with your girlfriend. That way they look like something similar. Once again, Judy's not a knockoff. Can you excuse me a moment? Yes. I'm worried about Hiro. But there is something he hasn't told me yet. Yeah, maybe I should speak with him, orphan to orphan. Nemo, you still have your dad. Well, I almost became one. If he could have survived the entire journey. May I? Yeah, sure, go ahead, kid. Just be careful. We don't want Captain Cutie over here. Sorry, I mean Cooley. Man, I really hate your girlfriend. Okay, first off, Carmi is not my girlfriend. But we did mate up. And yet she's still stubborn, no less. Okay, what if I told you my movie can be delayed any further? Will it make you feel better? Either delayed or canceled, you have until then. But for now, I need a minute alone. Poor guy. How could people still like Zootopia than Big Hero 6? How could they still feel too loyal? No offense. It's not loyalty, Dory. It's just greed and obsession. Oh. And also addictions, no less. Hey, Hiro. Go away. I need some time alone. But I just want to talk to you. Come on, Hiro. What's on your mind? All right, Nemo, look. The truth is, I only want to do a sequel because you're in love with Gogo. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. It's not that. It's just that I'm more eager about my parents. Because ever since they died when I was 3, Tadashi and I just lived with Aunt Cass for years until I met my friends and Baymax. But ever since, I never knew the whole truth. You didn't? And yet they did a series, but never the whole truth. Maybe because they're saving it for a sequel. Please don't talk to me about sequels. Because other movies like you get everything. You don't need to be cool because you're always a cute guppy fish. While I'm just like Aladdin. We're both the main protagonists. And like Woody and like Marlin and like Al, I'm also left out. But that doesn't mean I'm turning my back on Baymax. More than you won't turn your back on Marlin because you're always born as a Pixar and lovable character. Yeah, I'm a Pixar character, all right. I'm the Pixar fish who lost my mother, just like you had, and my siblings, just like you, Dad. You had, since I miss MJ and CJ, who are my brothers and sisters, because Kuda took it away from me. And I'm the fish who waited all these years for a sequel and didn't happen until 2000 and in 16, and yet they still won't do Finding Marlin, and I don't know where to turn to except you. And you know what? Hiro and Nemo, that's us, that rhymes with Lilo, are both out of options. Look, I don't know how to say this to you, but I know how you feel. What do you mean? The truth is, I too want to know the truth about my mother and my siblings, but every year my dad never told me until the villains showed it to me. After that, I had to accept reality. They're never gonna do sequels about us because they're too busy, making their sequels instead. Like they'll never do it as long as only one lives and is quite aware of it. Yeah. Besides, who else can be the main bad guy in your movie other than for me is Kuda? Well, Fred did warn me about if anything happens to Professor Callahan, Abigail will still kill me for this. Kill you? Why would she want to do that? Because I almost killed her dad after I felt betrayed for what he did to Tadashi. Except what if he didn't start the fire? What if it was someone else? That's what I like to find out. Like this someone is responsible for the death of your parents and the one who's responsible for Project Silent Scarecrow. It's Sparrow. Sorry. I guess there's no one to turn to. Except me, boy. It's true, my daughter will turn against him soon. I'm already having a feeling that I'm having a successor. What do you want, yokai? To extract a promise just for them? Oh, please. We know that. Are you responsible for the army? Who, me? Yes, and I'm not sure yet. But I do like the rumor idea that I would be responsible for creating an army of Buzz Lightyear after all the years of neglections. Creating COVID-19 is one vendetta, but being absent to other ways is another. And ever since the Cowboys sheep maker or shepherd lady paid off, now it's my turn to do the same. And besides, what if I can help you revive them, along with your friend over here? You want us to help us? Besides, you want to know why they won't make a sequel for Big Hero 6 Chapter 2 and Finding Marlin? I don't know. Sometimes I get the feeling I'm being excluded by the executives. They don't trust you, Hiro. They knew that you're too smart for this, along with your followers who only gain trust for you since you win their hearts. At least if it weren't for your pillowcase with medicine. And you do miss your mother and father, don't you? Well, yeah, I do. And your brother, this Tadashi Hamata you're speaking of. Yes, Ursula, I know that. Besides, Disney is full of greed, but I'm full of supported nations and loyalty, and I appreciate this. Since my life as a space ranger. You were never a space ranger, Zerg. Really. But I'll make you a deal. Join me and imagine everything we can create. I can even delay my sequel if I ever come in until you make your move. And imagine what if we do a year where both of you two lovebirds are together. You want me to do a movie with him even in Japan? No, I mean same year with 2 sequels. That way you'll both be learning for. All you have to do is reschedule it and vandalize the schedules. That way, in order to do it, once you make a sequel, then you'll be able to see your parents and your mother again from certain death. What do you mean? You see, rumor has it, one of your voice actors and teammates pass away. I sense Albert Brooks is already getting ill. He's not ill, but he is kind of old to play as Marlin. Of course, he is child. Of course, that's why your true fan is more worried for him than just keeping his word. Besides, if I were in charge, I'll show them respect. Besides, I haven't done a sequel for years. Now look at me. I've been wasted, banished, and for what? Because I nearly destroy Atlantica? What do you mean you're still iconic? And for what? I still haven't got my own sequel where I make my return, even though my sister Morgana did the trick. But I still do more. Luckily for me, I might get one. So what do you say? Take my hand. I'll be like a father to you. I already had a father. I don't think so. You think this dumpling would raise you as your own? I don't think so. And besides, what if your father was his original design? He would already pass it on to your brother by now. How do I know there's more secrets to know? You will soon. You will. And besides, I'm tired of all this delayed, and so are you. And for now, get rid of that police officer and this Hawaiian girl. They are no use to me, but you and your love interest are. Yes, and I have no interest for this hopper rodent either. Besides, it's not them I want. And because you still have a bigger fish to catch. I do? Yes. Do you want to see your mother again? Or be wasted for a decade of denial for the rest of your death life? Where everything will always be about misery? To the brick. No. Look, I appreciate your solutions, but I refuse to be part of this gang. Suit yourself. If you're not going to, then I will, with my Buzz Lightyear army, and soon they'll wipe them out. All of them, whoever chooses the wrong side and the wrong balance. Because I'm all about following the balance.